Hello, everybody. My name is Erica Langley, and I'm here today to give a very important speech. It is a persuasive speech. I am trying to win over the audience by getting them to go enroll in a basic life support class because it is very important to know basic life support. Knowing just a little can help, but not knowing at all can be very fatal. Don't you want to make a difference? I'm a basic life support card holder myself. I am a nurse who is required, actually, it is one of my responsibilities to have a certification in basic life support. Basic life support can save a life. It is great that medical personnel and elementary school teachers know about it, but I feel that everyone needs to know basic life support. What I'm going to speak about today is what basic life support teaches us, and who knows and who does not know about basic life support, and why basic life support is better than not knowing at all. So let's take a look at what we need to know. Basic life support teaches us about adult, pediatric, and neonatal resuscitation. Neonatal meaning babies. On the American Heart Association website, basic steps are taught. The basic steps that teaches us is circulation, airway, and breathing, resuscitation. And it also can teach us how rescue breathing can be very vital if there is a pulse. Another thing that the American Heart Association certification teaches us is the choking management. Excuse me. It can teach us what the universal sign of choking is, which is this. If you see someone doing this, that is usually the universal sign of choking. It also teaches us the difference between a adult choking and an infant choking. And I have a an infant baby doll here with me today, and I can show you the difference because you know how you would pick up an adult to help them when they're choking. Well, it's different with the infant because you could hurt something this little if you was to actually pump them like that. So I'm just going to give you just an example. And if this baby's choking, you just want to pick up your baby and you want to give 5 back blows as hard as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you hold them in this kind of position as well. And you flip the baby over and then you do 5 pumps to the chest. 4, 5, as hard as you can. And once you see the object in the mouth, you can swoop. But if you don't see the object, you just keep doing those steps until you no longer have a pulse. Usually when there's always somebody around. If there's more than just you around, you always want to send somebody for help. You want to get them to call 911 immediately. But it's different with adults and childs because an adult, you can take a second and go ahead and start doing your rescue life support, basic life support. And if it's a child, you want to go ahead and call 911 first if you're by yourself because it's very, very, very critical condition for a child to just leave there. So you want to go ahead and start and then call 911. I've also printed off a couple forms off the American Heart Association website, and this just basically gives the basics on unresponsive people. It also gives information on a person who has a pulse, what to do, and if they don't have a pulse, what to do. And I will make copies of this and pass this out to the audience. I also took the liberty of printing out the choking management. I found that on American Heart Association as well, and I will also pass these out to the audience too, because these are just basic steps that you can have with you whenever you need them. Next, I will let you know it doesn't matter who you are, because you can be a very important asset to someone who is struggling. Who already knows is, like I said before, teachers and like elementary school teachers and medical staff, they are required to know or need a certification. Now, everyday workers, like blue-collar workers, like my parents, or maybe even grocery store staff. I took the liberty of actually I interviewed my mother, and she said that she said, Eric, I wouldn't know what to do if your dad was to fall out. she said, but she would like to know. So I took the liberty of actually teaching her a couple of steps myself, but I also enrolled my mother in a basic life support class because she needs to actually have the correct certification. And the bit that is really good to have that class because they have not only do they have baby mannequins, but they also have adult mannequins and child mannequins, and that way you can know what to do for each one. Also, like I said before, grocery workers they're not required to have a certification in basic life support, but wouldn't you want to know if you're working in a grocery store, if someone like a customer was in there and they fell out, wouldn't you want to know what to do? Wouldn't you want to take action? Because I wouldn't want to just stand by and watch somebody struggle. So yes, I think that knowing basic life support is very important. Now let's take a look at why it is important. A life can be saved. Prompt and efficient life support can save a life rather than just waiting on EMS to come. I took the liberty of, I went online to the South University Library and I found a couple articles. I researched an article that was wrote by Can, and it was saying that sudden cardiac death is the most prevalent, but yet the most preventable clinical problem. And that is wonderful to know that we could actually make a difference. The quality of life is another reason why it is important. The first compression is a good way to get blood pumping. Because without blood pumping, you can die. Just imagine your heart is the pumping of the blood through your body to your brain, everything. That's what your heart is. This is the main pumper of your body. And if it stops, there's no blood flow. And it's very critical to get that first compression in. Another thing that is very important is oxygen. Oxygen can be very helpful for the brain. I looked online to the University of Michigan website, and it takes 5 to 10 minutes before brain death occurs. And just the simple way of airway breathing can help the quality of life of a person. Even if their pulse is still going and they're not breathing, they need that oxygen to the brain. In conclusion, I will add, it is very important to know that everybody to know basic life support. And it doesn't matter if you are a medical staff worker. It doesn't matter if you're a teacher. It doesn't matter if you're a grocery store worker. You are still a vital person. Do you want to be one of the ones that does not know? Or do you want to take action today? Take action and enroll in a basic life support class, because do you want to be the one sitting beside of your loved one in bed at night reading, and then your spouse was to fall out and you wouldn't know what to do? Take action today. Enroll in that basic life support class and save a life. And you can also, if you can't go to a class, you can also go online to www.heart.org/, and you can just know some basic steps of what to do if something like this was to occur. Either way, you can make a difference. Thank you.